Good morning and welcome to the Motivational Devotional, where we are merging motivation and spirituality to create a daily dose of confident positivity. I hope that this morning's podcast will help you to be more spiritually and positively motivated so that you can transform your day. Jonathan Livingston Seagull was a highly popular book back in the 70s and 80s. It was about a little seagull who loved to soar high and dive at great speed. The other seagulls criticized him for not scavenging with the other seagulls and for thinking too highly of himself and flying too fast and pushing the limits of his nature as a seagull. After all, he was not a hawk or an eagle. He was a seagull. He persisted, though, because soaring high and fast was his passion. He thought the other seagulls would see the value of what he had learned if he were to show them, so he soared his highest and dove his fastest right through the middle of the flock on the ground. Well, that didn't work at all. They were terrified and angry. They thought things like, "Who does he think he is, anyway?" He was ostracized and shunned from the flock, never being allowed to return. Have you ever felt like that? Maybe not to the extreme of being banned from your flock or family or civic group or neighborhood or church, what have you, but maybe so much that you felt you couldn't be true to your own nature because other people would attempt to hold you back to what they think you should be and do. Well, Jonathan went on from there to learn even greater things because after he left the flock, he met a mentor. He soared to great heights that no other seagull before him had known, and he became wise and able to not only fly fast, but he learned to do physically impossible things. It was only then that he was able to finally help another seagull learn to break free from his flock. Humans are not created to live in flock mentality. We can allow ourselves to be limited by the opinions of others so that we don't think too highly of ourselves, or we can embrace the truth of our creation, the truth of who we are and what we really are. I pull a lot of wisdom from Star Wars because Joseph Campbell, consultant to George Lucas, was a very wise man. One of my favorite lines is Yoda speaking to Luke when he says, "Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter." The logical extension of that is that anything you want to become, any dream you have, any goal or dream you've been entertaining is very achievable when you embrace the luminous being that you really are. As such, we don't worship the status quo. We are created to follow inner passion, soar to new heights, and go where only the creative power of the universe can take us. And doing so is where we will find that all of creation is conspiring in your favor. Trust that the universe always has your back. Former U.S. Senator Bill Bradley once said, "Imagination allows us to escape the predictable. It enables us to reply to the common wisdom that we cannot soar by saying, 'Just watch.'" Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Please help keep this podcast going by following the Motivational Devotional Facebook page, following @threefoldway radio on Twitter, and sharing the written format of today's message from motivational-devotional.com on your social media. I am deeply grateful for your support, and thank you for letting Motivational Devotional be part of your journey. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Motivational Devotional is in production of Threefold Way Radio, LLC.